He's the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. He joins us now, the pride of Fordham University, John Skelton. John, how are you?
I'm doing good, Dan. Thanks for having me on.
When you were at Fordham, were you guys ever a sacrificial lamb for a big-time program that you were going to be the opponent to be named later?
Actually, no. When I was there, we weren't scholarships, so I guess it wouldn't have counted towards a Division I school's win total. But now they offer scholarships now, so now they play Cincinnati this year. So never when I was there, though.
All right. I was curious about that because, we saw Savannah State play Oklahoma State, and they lost 84-0. But if I said at Fordham, would you have liked to have played Alabama? Let's say you were a 60-point underdog. How would you feel going into a game like that if you were coming from Fordham?
I think Alabama or probably anyone in the SEC would be way out of our league, even if the money was right. But, at the same time, it's a good experience, getting to go from a small school down to a big school like that with the environment and everything. And, you just put your best foot forward and hope for the best. But
how does playing at Fordham, was there something that better prepared you for being a starting quarterback in the NFL? If you hadn't gone to Fordham, let's say you'd gone to a bigger school.
I think the biggest thing that helped me with that transition is being from Texas, actually. Because, I'm from Texas, wide open spaces, everything slowed down a little bit. Then all of a sudden I moved to New York, and I got to deal with culture shock and everything that goes along with living in New York, and class workloads of everything at Fordham. And I think that kind of prepared me for the transition to the NFL and moving to a new city and having to deal with a new playbook, new system. And everything, the study and everything that goes into being a quarterback. And I'm thankful for Fordham preparing me in that way.
Were you bitter that you weren't recruited by some of those bigger schools in Texas?
Oh, I was. I still am. I still have a little chip on my shoulder about that whole process.
What school, though, that you really have a chip on your shoulder about?
Well, UTEP's the biggest one, seeing how I'm from El Paso. And, they did recruit me. They did talk to me about going, but in the end, they never offered a scholarship, and they wanted me to walk on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you see Utah play on Saturday, are you rooting against Utah?
Oh, UTEP.
Or UTEP, I should say. UTEP?
Yeah. I think at this point, I'm, over it. I don't root against them per se. I mean, it's nice to see the hometown do well and everything. But, there were some times there against Oklahoma, they had them against the ropes.
Is John Skelton, the Cardinals QB, starting QB, joining us on the program? How did you find out you were starting?
They brought me up to Wiz and Hunt's office Friday after our team meeting. And they took Kevin in the office first, and they brought me in, and Wiz just came out flat and told me, we're going to go with you. You're the starting quarterback. You earned it. Now the real work starts, and I completely agree with him.
What was the next conversation like with Kevin Cobb?
We didn't really talk about it. We didn't, he said congratulations, and we kind of just moved on. We had the weekend off, and then I saw him again on Monday.
How tough is that, though? Because, you can be friends, but that's the guy you're competing with that you want to start. The hell with the friendship, you want to start. Right?
Yeah, I think you kind of got to separate, your personal life with your work life a little bit. Kevin and I, during the off season, we played golf, we hung out. And I think when we were outside of football, we never really discussed the competition or anything in that sense. And we kind of just left it at that. And, now that we're back together and I'm first string, he's second string, we kind of, he's still, there. He's supportive. He's working to get better. I'm working to get better. And, I think as long as everyone's on the same page, we'll be fine.
Tell me about the Niner defense, which I thought was the best defense in the NFL last year. Facing that, what are the concerns?
They're a talented group, man, across the board. Their secondary all the way down to linebackers and up front. I think one of the most underrated players in the league, Justin Smith, over there on their D-line.
He's a beast.
I think, excuse me?
He's a beast.
Oh, he is. He is. Trust me, he causes havoc wherever he is. And, they have very few weak spots, and it's hard to win or even be successful against them unless everyone's on the same page and everyone's working together.
Expectations for this team, playing in the same division with the Niners, what do you expect out of this Arizona team?
As long as we come out, we start fast. Last year we kind of put ourselves in a hole, starting out 1-6. But if we start out fast, we win the games we know we need to win. We do well in our division. There's no reason we can't win the division, knock the Niners off, and make it into the playoffs. But in order for that to happen, we all got to be on the same page. We got to cut down mistakes, cut down turnovers, and just play to the best of our abilities.
Do you and Larry Fitzgerald, do you have a look towards him if you want to change something, or he knows that you're going to go to him? Non-verbal.
Yeah, we have some quick hand signals that we can do. A lot of times, a route that converts or something, it's almost automatic. He knows it. I know it. We don't even need a signal and stuff like that. And it's kind of rare that he gets a one-on-one look without a safety or anything over the top. But whenever he does, we try to take advantage any way possible.
What kind of luxury is that?
It makes a quarterback's life that much easier, trust me. He fights for the ball, man. If you just put it in his vicinity, he'll go up and get it. And he's the type of receiver that kind of redefines what open is just because he's that much of a talent.
Do you throw it higher? I mean, if you're going to make a mistake, you throw it higher to Fitzgerald?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing they told me when I first got here, when I was first drafted, when throwing to Larry, they said, 1, don't overthrow it, because he's kind of sensitive about his speed. And 2, he'll go up and get it no matter what.
So don't overthrow him because it makes him seem slower?
Yeah, I mean, he's not the fastest guy on the field. He runs the best routes. He gets open all the time. But he's a little sensitive about it.
You can't overthrow him. I mean, as far as throwing it up high.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You just put it in his vicinity.
Well, good luck against Seattle, and I know it's been a battle there during the offseason, but good luck during the regular season.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Dan. Thank you.
All right, John Skelton.